Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Halo casting video, welcoming to the EU West server where we're expecting some brilliant gameplay. As you can see, there is a Kassadin on the Rift. And he's into a Galio, so kind of a mishmash of counters in theory, where Galio has that magic spell shield, but Kassadin gets to a point where he could just outclass them. We're going to see a Qiyana in the jungle for this red side in response to a Rek'Sai, who I'm almost undoubtedly going to call Renekton at some point, as we see the Crocodile in top lane, going to be picking up a trade onto the Yasuo here. Passive shield will be procced, the bone plating is taken on as well. Yasuo really doing some decent damage here. No Ignite's going to be available, but Yasuo going to be missing the Q3, but we're going to be able to pick up the first blood. No, he doesn't. Renekton picks up the kill, gets the gold, and gets away with his life to triumph, making sure he doesn't fall to any kind of burn damage. And oh my goodness, dodging the last attack called the Q with the flash before the Yasuo falls, and that is a big golden burstment, starting off with the cloth armor. Now this Yasuo is going to have to be incredibly careful in this top lane matchup, as Rek'Sai doing a standard start on the red buff. I have seen Rek'Sai begin on Wolves, but clearly she wants to try and disrupt this top lane as fast as possible. Meanwhile, bot lane, Vayne and Sona versus Sivir Braum. A nice safe bot lane into a very much carry-focused one, as you love to see an enchanter on the Rift. And I love to see Sona personally. Made a video about enchanters, and she was very much one of the ones who I recommended. And you will soon see why, as already Yasuo trying to make up for that lost kill earlier on. As Galio doing decent in the damage department against this Kassadin. But how useful would that cloth armor be for the Renekton? Will not get knocked up by the tornado. Galio now interrupting Rek'Sai on a clear of Raptors. Gonna try and take as much gold as he possibly can. Rek'Sai gonna look to try and stop that, as Galio is looking to disrupt the Void Queen. All you Bel'Veth fans, look at this, as Rek'Sai Conqueror will be propped now, as Galio might have overstayed his welcome. Rek'Sai will assist Kassadin in the taking of that kill, but Qiyana is here, finds the Rek'Sai. Will she be able to find the kill? The Tom not going to be able to send it over the wall. Knockup comes through, the empowered E, as the Conqueror, as Qiyana falls, but so does Rek'Sai. As Flash will be exchanged for the kill on the Rek'Sai. Qiyana not opting to flash. But what a turnaround from Rek'Sai, knowing the champion's limits and being able to maximize the amount of damage dealt, as Braum now looking to try and stun up this Sona, but Vayne has other plans, as she will get the proc onto Sivir, as seemingly aware of the Rek'Sai moving into topside. Going to be trying to comfort her Renekton, Qiyana, into not walking into a potential gank in bot lane. First lot of resets are coming through now. Galio has TP back into the lane. Kassadin is yet to back, I believe, with that Dark Seal, so the kill early on is going to be incredibly impactful in getting this Kassadin off to a good start, as at the moment this bot lane is all red, it seems, as Vayne and Sona are able to push that bot lane duo of Sivir and Braum very far under their turret. As of now though, game is relatively even. It is a 600 gold difference in favour of the red side, but that looks like it could go at any time, as Renekton takes a trade onto the Yasuo. Conqueror will be procced as bone plating is demolished. Renekton here gonna get knocked up by the Yasuo, who looks to just dash away. Will pop level 5, both of the top laners. Renekton just picks up the third, the slice and dice catches him by, and Qiyana now looking to take a poke onto the Sivir. Electrocute will proc, as Braum stuns up the Qiyana, who might have overstayed her welcome here, but here comes Vayne, Sona in tow. As we might also see an entrance from the Galio. Might not be a heroic one, as he is not yet level 6, but an entrance nonetheless, as here he comes. Flash over the wall with the taunt, but Sivir got a perfect time to flash to get away. Not going to be able to escape Qiyana though, as no supreme display of talent necessary. It will fall. Braum looks like it might just be easy pickings as Vayne will flash under the turret and pop the barrier and he will fall, giving Sivir the kill. Braum doesn't pick up the kill on that Vayne. Instead, it's Sivir getting the credit for the gold, as Vayne uses both summoner spells just to be able to take down the Braum, as Renekton now level 6 in this top lane matchup, sitting on that next wave, potentially looking for an engagement, but Galio not too interested in trying to let this Kassadin get anywhere near ahead, as Yasuo just looking to try and evacuate the wave as Rek'Sai comes in. Knockup will come through, but Yasuo just hitting level 6, has the tornado available. Dominus will be popped, as will he be able to get the last whisper onto the Renekton. It does land. Rek'Sai might be the first to fall, but no! The Empowered E does knock down the Renekton as the last breath, takes down the big bad Croc in top. As Sona looks to be overextending here. Qiyana is there. Qiyana does not have the ultimate ability, but it looks like it might be a simple kill for her. Gonna be able to have to try and land the Q. Yasuo accepts his fate with the flash available, but he just decides it's not worth it. As Vayne and Sivir trading in bot. Sivir 1 auto away from death. Vayne not too pleased about this, as here comes Braum, Big Daddy Braum. The door's in your face, and will the door be closed on Vayne? But Vayne looks to might possibly get the kill onto the Sivir. But Braum is adamant about taking the Night Hunter down. The stun will come through, and the boomerang connects, and Sivir will claim another onto this Vayne, as again, that gold lead has already shifted now. Still 600 gold, but as the game goes on, that lead will be less and less impactful. Obviously, early on, you need those small wins to be able to get ahead. Kassadin now makes an appearance in top lane, says goodbye after just using an E. As Galio's coming off the reset. In terms of items, no completed items yet, just components. But boots are coming online now. Plated steel caps for the Renekton. Picked up the cloth armor earlier as he looks to potentially pick up another kill. Just will opt for the stun at the moment, but it will nullify the bone plating from the Yasuo as Rek'Sai and Braum block the Galio from being able to escape. Rek'Sai not going to be able to hit the knockup, but they're all in on the statue. Sona not going to be able to keep her alive, but Qiyana is available with the Supreme Display of Talent, which will be able to connect it, but Rek'Sai uses the ultimate, will be able to pick up the kill. Sona picked up the kill onto the Braum, but now it's Sona in 2. And will fall to the Kassadin with that Dark Seal. Very scary indeed, as Yasuo will try and flash away, but not a option, as Renekton picks up one more to make it 8-8. And despite all that, the gold lead still lands very much in favor of this red side, even though the kills are very much even. It's mostly this Renekton who is coming in clutch with the gold, up about 10-15 CS. No real deficits anywhere else outside of possibly mid lane. Kassadin 2-0-2 to Galio's 0-2-2. And at the moment, this game is looking like it could go either way. Obviously, the scaling prowess, but here comes Rek'Sai. Going to be catching up the Sona. Going to be able to knock her up. Braum will come in with the stun as Sivir looks to maybe claim the kill, but Rek'Sai will pick it up. Nice little bit of CC there as Qiyana will be spotted on a ward placed by Braum, but Kassadin looks to potentially go in on this Galio. Very nicely timed taunt from him. Stops the Kassadin from being able to maximize his value as Braum is hunting down Qiyana. He's looking for her in the jungle, and he will find the madam he seeks. The Yumi's Ghostblade will be popped as Braum potentially stunned here as Renekton and Yasuo will be trading in top lane. Braum able to back away as Qiyana just goes back to clearing her camp. Sona now in tow with her as Yasuo goes in onto the Renekton, looking to potentially land the tornado. Will land the Q3 into the last breath. Renekton will flash away, not looking to extend any kind of trades with the Rek'Sai involved. And now, for the first time this game, the kill deficit is now to the red side. 1 kill down. As now, potential engagement onto the bot lane. The final hour will be popped by the Vayne as Braum having to flash away. Not level 6 just yet. No glacial fissure for him. But Qiyana is here. The Supreme Display of Talent is available. Will she show the fans what she wants as 2 flashes will be exchanged? Qiyana and Sivir. The Supreme Display of Talent picks up the kill. And no more of Sivir. Renekton now in the 1v1 against the Yasuo with Rek'Sai as a sort of a spectator here. Dominus will be popped as Yasuo attempted to dash over the wall, will not be able to. As Kassadin now trading on with this bot lane, but Sona has the Crescendo available, but Kassadin's going to ult right into the Galio taunt. Going to be able to dodge the Crescendo, having to ult again away. As Qiyana is going to try and hunt down this kill. 4 on the bot side. As Rek'Sai able to move up towards the Grubs, Yasuo will TP back into the bot, but Qiyana is here. Here comes the heroic entrance. Ron will be knocked up, still not level 6, not able to CC this line of individuals. And while that's going on, Yasuo and Renekton trading in top lane. Yasuo going to be knocked quite low, going to be able to use the knockup, going to be able to use the last breath, and going to be able to pick up the kill onto the Renekton. And now we are back to where we started. Red side up a kill, up almost 1,000 gold at this point. Able to just sustain a fight in bot lane, walking into the wood chipper of this red side, this Vayne, this Qiyana. Did you want home delivery or did you want to pick it up in store? Because B&Q has a sale on wooden planks, and my goodness, they're chopped to perfection. Rek'Sai now opting to take on the Grub. We'll take it on as a solo effort, but Yasuo possibly there if need be. Qiyana is also in the top side, so there is potential for a prevention of this Grub take. Sona is also here. They will spot the Rek'Sai on it, but it's too late. She's already picked it up as... Now, possible for Sona to assist Galio in some endeavors in mid, but will opt to just rotate back down to bot. Vayne sitting under her turret. That Mountain Drake is available. That could be incredible for both of these sides who are in desperate need of some resistances. A lot of burst damage able to come through, but the gold deficit now 400 as a kill in favor of the red side. But Yasuo looking to potentially take another trade. Slicing does come through. The stun will land onto the Yasuo. Last breath not going to be used just yet. Is available for the Yasuo. As he looks to just try and claim this wave, sort of knows his fate as Renekton will pop him the Dominus, making life a little bit easier. Qiyana looking to take this Drake here as Rek'Sai is spotted on top side. We'll have Stridebreaker now as Kassadin will go in onto the Galio. Going to be opting to taunt and just back away as Galio not too interested in taking a fight as the Drake will fall. That Mountain's Drake going over to the red side as Qiyana looks to potentially catch this Braum out here, but Rek'Sai is not far behind. And now that Braum is level 6, the Glacial Fissure is available. They're lining themselves up. This could be an opportunity for that to go off, but opting not to. Rek'Sai will also fall back. Being able to see any kind of movement in her burrowed form. Not going to be able to catch anyone with the auto, as it seems like this action is never ending. I've not had a chance to look at the scoreboard, see what's going on. Kassadin tries to engage onto the Galio. Does some nice chip damage, but Galio will just opt to try and walk away. Does not manage to hit the Q. Yasuo now trading onto the Renekton. Last breath going to be used as he drops very, very low. Attempts to flash forward, but Renekton slices and dices out of the way. As now Crescendo comes through, hits onto 2, hits onto Rek'Sai, hits onto Braum. Now Vayne going to be hit by the Winter's Bite from the Braum, and will there be any kind of response here as Galio and Kassadin meet in the bush here, looking to just try and catch a single target with that taunt. It will be a potential dive as the Supreme Display of Talent misses. Glacial Fissure will come through, slowing down that Sona massively. As this is just sort of a Mexican standoff of sorts, as Ron will be the first to step forward. He will fall to the Qiyana, throwing in the Q. Kassadin will drop very low as well. One more auto from the Vayne should do it, but Kassadin picks up Constellation Kill on the Sona. Vayne now might be the next to fall, but Rek'Sai falls first. Sivir just trying to get a Constellation Kill of the Vayne, but Qiyana will follow suit and take her down as it is a 4-4-2 here in the bot lane. Vayne and Sona going down, while the entire jungle and mid to bot fall for this blue side, as it seems like we have the first quiet period of the game as we look at the items here. Yasuo 161 with just the Kraken Slayer in his inventory. Renekton has the Eclipse now, so trade is going to be even harder. We already saw, even while he was down, it was very difficult, as Galio will pick up that bot tier 1, claiming the feats of strength as well. Rek'Sai with that Stridebreaker, Kassadin picking up Rod of Ages, but Renekton going to be engaging onto the Yasuo. The Tornado is available to be able to try and counteract this. Not going to be able to land it, as there are 3 in on this top side, looking to potentially take the Herald that spawns at 15 minutes. As Renekton interested very much in a dive, perhaps, as Kiana will come through. Yumu's Ghost Blade will be popped. Dominus will be taken as well early. Yasuo falls very quickly. And Kassadin's TP is used. It is Braum and Kassadin against Kiana, Sona, and Renekton. The Dominus will just fade momentarily as Renekton is brought down to size. But now, Rek'Sai, Sivir, looking to potentially catch out the Vayne, but a TP will come through. Galio not allowing his ADC to fall early on in the fight as they need that consistent damage, especially with the Braum available. But now we just see a very easy Herald take from this red side, and it will go down. Galio goes in, tries to land the taunt, will land it onto two. Land it onto Braum, land onto Sivir, but Winter's Bite will connect onto the Galio, leading to the stun. The Glacial Vision will come through. Sona will be dropping low. Crescendo will be used. Braum is caught out. Not able to land the knockup is Galio as he flashes over the wall. And just survives with a slither of HP. Sivir now caught slightly off guard, but Rek'Sai taking a little bit too far of a stance here. Not going to be able to escape. Will pop the ultimate and will fall to the Kiana as here comes the Herald. Shelly charges through. Your driver's license has been renewed. As the second charge comes in, attempting to take this second turret down as low as possible, but it looks like Galio must have wedged it slightly because he is now dismounted and Shelly is primed to fall. Now on the back foot, as Yasuo can't seem to get a break from this Renekton. All he's getting is this Crocodile. Stun will come through. Bone plating is fully proc. Dominus is assisting Renekton. As we turn back to the Drake pit. The Drake will be spawning shortly. Hero's entrance will be used just to protect the Vayne now. Will the taunt be able to hit on Sivir? It does not. It only connects with Braum, but Braum goes low. Braum goes low, but Kassadin picked up a double kill there. Vayne and Kiana will fall in tow as he looks to go forward. The Rift Walk, he is walking through. Sivir picks up the kill onto the Galio, but Kassadin picks up 3. But Renekton is now involved, knocked up by the Rek'Sai. Sivir laying down autos, trying to kite forward. Will they opt to go under the turret as the Stride Breaker slows him down? They're not able to pick up the kill onto the Renekton, but they're able to chunk him out a decent amount. And as my eyes deceive me, a relatively dominant fight for this blue side, but yet still down 4 kills, down almost 2k gold here. And again, one more moment of respite. Rek'Sai now, 2 items available. Kassadin with that Malignance building into the Archangel Staff. 10 Dark Seal stacks after that interaction. Sivir looking to pick up the Infinity Edge next, just to be able to deal some extra damage. As the top tier 1 will fall. Renekton looking to punish the Yasuo for his overstaying. Knockup will come through. Dominus comes through in response. Yasuo just has to try and keep away as much as possible. But Braum looks to potentially take a fight with the Galio, as Yasuo is just trying to run away. Will find the arms of Kassadin, his teammate. Will they be able to take the Renekton down? Last breath not going to go through, but the cutdown comes through. Kassadin claims the kill. As it's looking like that timer is slowly nearing its end, as Kassadin, level 11. The Rod of Age is about to proc as well. As now Renekton is beginning to fall off. No real late game insurance from him. Your late game insurance comes from this Vayne being able to kite and poke, but if Kassadin's ult is up every second, there's not too much you can do to get away. You're relying on the CC combo of this Galio, of this Sona, getting Crescendo off and getting him permastun to be able to kill him. As the Ocean Drake goes down, we are 19 minutes into this game and there is still not a clear, defined winner. Kiana will opt to go into the Drake pit, finds Braum, finds Rek'Sai, looking to try and get the steal, she will take the Drake! Supreme Display of Talent catches out 3, Crescendo catches out Rek'Sai and Braum, but it looks like it might be for naught as Kassadin's involved in the fight. Galio comes in with that hero's entrance. Rek'Sai not able to claim the Drake, gets it stolen away as we have the Infernal Soul knocked up. Sona there is Rek'Sai, but Kassadin's into the back, now getting involved. Sona will fall early on into the fight. Renekton is the next target on board, but Kassadin has spotted a Vayne, and my goodness, he is the needle that is going to stab it. Heals over to the wall, will come back into the fight. Renekton drops low. Kassadin able to support Sivir in claiming that kill. Vayne will fall to the Kassadin as well, as it is just a 1v1 Galio against Sivir. Galio going to have to flash away. Sivir not opting to chase, as it is a bloodbath. Kiana took the reset after claiming the Drake, opting to remain alive for this Atakan awakening almost as that TP comes through. It's Galio coming into the bot side. As Qiyana finds Sivir. There is no supreme display of talent. All there is a taunt and a Justice Punch, and he is done. As now, there is an opportunity for an Atakan here. Rek'Sai is up. Can try and move in to try and take this. Atakan now, 12,000, falling just below now. Down to 10k. See a TP come through from Kassadin. He will want to get involved in this as Rek'Sai is in the mixer. From here, has the Glacial Fissure available. As Kassadin met with Renekton. Renekton TP's into bot as well. Vayne is joining the fight. There is no Yasuo to screen to play. The talent is all but naught as Qiyana falls early on. But the health bars of the blue side are low as two fall down. Rek'Sai and Braum, they can now take this Atakan with confidence as there is no smite left for this blue side. There's also no smite left as Kassadin will go through. Trying to get a pick down, will claim the kill onto the Sona, but Kassadin sacrifices his life for it. Yasuo now the target of the big bad Croc. As Yasuo falls, and now it could be all for naught. This Kassadin trying his best to be able to keep the lead. But there is very little to be able to do here. Rek'Sai and Braum take a very, very risky engagement. They managed to get the Qiyana in tow with Kassadin, but it is all for nothing as they fall twice to the Vayne and the Renekton as well. Kassadin is able to pick up that consolation kill onto the Sona, but the game is starting to fall out of hand. Sivir will pick up the mid lane turret, getting a nice little bit of gold. And looking at the items, 2 items in the pocket of everybody now. So this, it will be a deciding moment. There is no Baron, there is no Drake. We'll have to wait a couple of minutes for that. You can expect that there won't be any real overly aggressive team fights, possibly some picks happening, but I'll expect to see not a lot of overall commitments. But Kassadin now with that Archangel Staff did lose a significant amount of Darkseal stacks from the last engagement, has died twice, so he was reset to 2. Picks up 2 more after killing the Sona. And as you can see, Yasuo 1 and 10. Really, really desperate to try and get into this later game. He sees Renekton, knows he can't fight him, and just has to back away. As Braum very much protecting his team. Knight's Vow, Locket of the Iron Solari. Yasuo will interrupt Renekton's back, but he's not very happy about it. As Qiyana will be on the other side of the wall. Catches Yasuo out. Supreme Display of Talent will be blocked by the Wind Wall. As flashes away, but Vayne is here. Vayne takes down the Yasuo low as Galio picks up the final blow. As we have a Drake in 50 seconds now. Bang on the 24-minute mark. This could be huge. If there is a big team fight before this Drake, there are some long frickin' death timers, so this could lead straight into a Baron play as well. Baron obviously spawning at 25 minutes. This is an Infernal Drake on the Infernal Soul. Any damage is good damage at this point. But you'd expect it to go the way of this red side at this current state in time. They do have the level advantages. Galio, Renekton, level 15 compared to their laners. Kassadin, level 14, even with that enhancement of the rower. Yasuo, level 13. Rek'Sai matching. As Braum finds Sona and Vayne in the bush here. We might see the fight earlier than expected as we see all the rotations coming through. Now, Kino, Renekton is not close by, so there is an opportunity potentially to take this fight earlier on without the Renekton's involvement. Rek'Sai will go in, knocks up the Qiyana, but Galio is here with a Justice Punch, will go through. As through stasis, Qiyana falls, but Rek'Sai falls in tow. There are no smites available for this. Galio is going to be targeting the auto attacks. Braum will be face tanking that as Vayne is popped by Kassadin and Yasuo in tow. Sivir falls in the back to Renekton, who has to flash and pops the Dominus. Kassadin picks up a triple kill, killing down Sona, but Galio picks up a double onto Yasuo and Braum. It's now 2v1. Who wins? The man from the void, or the stone and the crocodile? Kassadin will opt to TP out. Threat of a potential dive from the two solo laners, but nothing will come from it. Baron is now available. The Drake is still up. No one was able to claim that as it was a relatively even fight. 3 and 3 taken down. Rek'Sai did fall quite early, and Qiyana fall not long after. An engagement from the Kassadin working out perfectly to take down the Qiyana and just make life so much more difficult. That supreme display of talent could have made that fight 4 for nothing if it was played right. But Rek'Sai using the over-the-wall knock-up with the tile to be able to catch her out with in tow with Braum, able to elongate the knock-up. As Qiyana will start up the Drake. No teammates nearby. In fact, there's more enemies close by to the Drake pit. Kassadin takes a dash over. 3 members in that bush, but it's now 5 as Yasuo, the only member left standing who's not in this fight. But Sivir gets a kill onto the Qiyana. Crescendo will come through, will land on 2, but no follow-up is available. Galio now in the middle of the fight as Dominus is popped from the Renekton. Kassadin just running away now as Sivir going to be stunned up, going to be taken down by the Renekton, and Braum is followed suit by the Vayne. Yasuo now in the back of this fight, going to be taunted up by the Galio as Kassadin looking to try and get out of this altogether, not too interested in fighting. Yasuo falls and Galio takes down Rek'Sai. Looks to potentially get another kill onto this Kassadin, but Renekton is here. The Strikebreaker comes through, stun over the wall. Using the blast cones to just try and get out. Going to be using the Rift Walk to get away. And he will barely escape with his life as this Renekton is proving that the big bad Croc does have some late game potential as an inhibitor will fall. Now, the options for this red side, there is a Baron available. There is an Infernal Drake available. This Drake has been up for a total of 3 minutes, and this is when I've seen the most kills happen. 3 collective team fights across 2 separate resets. As now, 4 items on this Kassadin, 10 Darksteel stacks. But the issue is, he might be the centerpiece, but the parts around him are quite mediocre as Braum potentially caught out here. Crescendo will be used. Braum tries to dash out, not going to be able to get away. As Kassadin now caught up, going to have to use the Zhonya's Hourglass, but will he just fall immediately after? And Kassadin is down. Now it's the opportunity to be able to take this base and be able to take the game. Here they come. Barreling down mid lane, red side dominance as we've seen it, 40-27, a 7k gold lead, and this could spell disaster. As we see, going into the backline, Yasuo will drop incredibly low, the shield bow not going to be able to assist him at all, as it is just Sivir and Rek'Sai. Galio going to go forward with the taunt. Taunt lands onto the Rek'Sai, but it looks like the Nexus is going to fall before anyone can stop it. That is GG. Well played.